This month's music video shows how small acts of kindness can blossom into something unexpected.
That's it! The Jehovah's Witnesses have jumped the shark. I don't recognize this religion anymore. I can't go back to the religion of my childhood, even if I wanted to, because that religion doesn't exist anymore. That religion had door-to-door hourly requirements, said that the proof that Jesus led the religion was that we didn't even know who was part of the governing body, considered the Watchtower being published twice a month as the proof of Jehovah's hand, and sneered at televangelists and their worldly music that watered down the holy message of the Bible. Really, look, this is what they published in the 90s about this. Of course, care is also exercised so that use of the Kingdom Hall always reflects respect and dignity. Christendom has manifested gross lack of respect in this area. Some religious organizations use their places of worship as community centers for entertainment. They have live concerts of religious rock music, rooms for weightlifting, billiard tables, nurseries, and in-house cinemas. That was a sentiment towards big showy religious movies or religious music trying to emulate popular modern songs. You couldn't have entertaining spiritual food. It always had to be boring. But now, it's all gone. I mean, it's still boring, but all of the rules about rock music, they're gone. The religion has fully shifted from a bookstore cult that you supported by reading and selling their books into a personality cult that you support by watching videos and loving the governing body in their own televangelist show, completed with Christian pop music. Seriously, this religion would be far better if they had instead added rooms for weightlifting or nurseries, which at least would be way more helpful to members than this religious music. And sure, you could say that this isn't religious rock specifically. This is religious country, but to that I said that country music is just rock for hillbillies, and this country song isn't even good.
When I drive my car or I take a train, there's an angry world out there. Each day arrives and so many lives have heavy loads to bear. Then Jehovah's words come back to me, be patient, calm and kind, and no matter where, say a silent prayer for a peaceful state of mind. Living peacefully in a peaceless world is easier said than done, but if you can do it now, just imagine how it'll feel when the new world comes.
You know, before, when this religion did the door-to-door preaching work and didn't get any converts that day, the members would say something like, well, we at least preach by example because people see us preaching, as a way to cheer each other up because, they hadn't achieved anything. Now, it seems like this religion has made that into part of the doctrine. You can't even do one good deed as a Jehovah's Witness because you want to help your fellow neighbor without expecting anything in return. It's because you're expecting to maximize your chances of converting not just the person you're helping, but the people looking at you in return. This is a video about someone doing a good deed exclusively for show. Let's see if that ends up working out for them.
Then I get to work and the day seems good, but I'm feeling things might change. Without a doubt, the storm breaks out, but I'm keeping out of range. I recall the words that I read before. Life's more than what you see. That behind the scorn may be a heart that's torn and in need of sympathy. Living peacefully in a peaceless world is easier said than done,
get this one. I've seen this clip like 5 times to explain it to you, but I truly don't understand what's going on. So this guy has some sort of disagreement with this Jehovah's Witness, but the Jehovah's Witness still gets up to move a curtain away for the guy when the guy has his hands full. And the cowboy man is impressed? I'm sorry, is this not literally what everyone except the pettiest person would do? I'm not trying to pretend like I'm a saint or anything, but what kind of petty, immature person has an argument with their disabled older coworker and then not hold the curtain open for them when they have their hands full? Like, that's the minimum you can do. This Jehovah's Witness didn't even offer to carry the load for him, which would have at least been somewhat symbolic, since that's what Jesus promises to do for us. So Jehovah's Witnesses could have shown him carrying the box as a metaphor for him emulating the attitude of Jesus as a good Christian. But no, apparently, I'm better at coming up with ways to imitate Jesus than Jehovah's organization. Let's just check the bridge.
It's never an easy ride when you're going against the tide. In a world that's lost and torn apart, the God of peace will guard your heart.
Seriously? This kid separated some brawl while playing basketball, and now that's seen as an excuse to sermon and indoctrinate this kid who, spoiler alert, is the son of the cowboy we've been following? Let's see if this literal virtue signaling works out to convert them both.
But something someone heard brings an angry word, and we hear the lion roar. With the Bible's words speaking loud and clear, we prepare to take our leave. There's no wood about, so the fire goes out, and we go our way in peace. Live in peace.
Yup, that was what motivated this cowboy to speak to Jehovah's Witnesses, seeing someone tell them not to bother them. We all know that if you see someone dismiss a guy who you know has held the curtain open for an older disabled man, then you need to join his cult.
Peaceless world is easier said than done. But if you can do it now, just imagine how it'll feel when the new world comes.
Oh, I bet you're crying all surprised at this M. Night Shyamalan twist. The guy who was singing was the cowboy all along. Seriously, what is this religion anymore? This cult is doing more and more to cosmetically look like a normal religion, but they keep failing because they're bad at making multimedia. That being said, I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Look, I grade this on a curve based not on how good these are, but on how good they are compared to the rest of their culty JW songs. And this one is at least somewhat memorable in the same way One Last Nail on a Coffin is. This cult is completely different, and I don't recognize it anymore. The religion that I grew up in is dead. Long live this new televangelistjw.org cult. But thankfully, that's the last of this broadcast, except for a dumb postcard about how they also have Jehovah's Witnesses in Malaysia to make this cult look more international. They really show it's been 10 years of JW broadcasting in this one, huh? From badly updated intros to reminding us how to use their dumb app to try to convert other people, and finally, to showing us that this cult has a new country song. This is the furthest I've ever seen this religion stray away from the religion that I grew up in, all while managing to keep every single damaging thing that makes this religion a cult. But that's all for now. However, we just crossed 10,000 subscribers, so please drop a question below and I will answer it in a little Q&A later. I'm collecting questions in this JW broadcasting videos for that Q&A video. And also, don't forget that you can join my supporters like these guys right here to get access to freebies and to these videos as soon as they are out.